Thank you, Presiding Officer. I am pleased to be able to speak in this important debate, and I thank Mark Ruskell for securing it. I'd like to focus my contribution on the absolute need for greater investment on the rail network across the south west of Scotland, which many constituents have contacted me about. Scotland's railway network is vitally important in allowing people the freedom to travel accessibly and with ease around our country. And the railway does not discriminate on the basis of disability, although I do acknowledge that there are access issues at Kirkconnell. The rail travel doesn't require people to have a driver's licence. It reduces emissions, as David Torrance has rightly highlighted, and rail promotes active travel by allowing those with bicycles who choose cycling holidays, for example, to get from A to B hassle-free. Presiding Officer, the Galloway and West Dumfries area of my South Scotland region has 3 key train routes: the Stranraer to Glasgow route, the Dumfries to Carlisle route and the Dumfries to Glasgow route. All of these routes are well used and relied on by many people living and working, as well as travelling to and from the area every day for work, leisure and study. However, all too often, many constituents are telling me that they are put off using these routes because the trains are too irregular, too outdated and the journey time too lengthy. Attracting people to live, work, study and visit rural areas such as Dumfries and Galloway is crucial if we are to keep these areas populated and for them to flourish. Good transport links and connectivity are essential. And over recent years, we have seen a steady decline of the working age population across Dumfries and Galloway, with young people leaving the region for employment and education. This has left the area with a skill shortage and recruitment problems, particularly when it comes to jobs in healthcare and the recruitment of GPs, radiologists and other healthcare professionals. Indeed, when meeting with local businesses, GP practices and NHS Dumfries and Galloway to discuss how we can attract people to live and work in the region, the railway network, or lack of it, is often described as a top priority on local folks' wish lists. And recently, when meeting a local GP practice in Dumfries, the GPs told me that they are aware of colleagues who live in the Central Belt who would be more than happy to work in Dumfries, as well as across Bonnie-Galloway, but are put off because of the current state of the rail services and underdeveloped road network. The GPs and staff told me that if the journey time, for example, between Dumfries and Galloway, which is currently almost an hour and 50 minutes, could be reduced by faster trains, then more highly skilled professionals such as GPs would come and work in our region, which would of course be welcome. The same is true for Stranraer, and I would ask the Cabinet Secretary to explore options for the electrification of these rail routes to speed up travel time. I have also written to Network Rail to ask what support they are providing to the Scottish Government to assist with the needed upgrades, as the lines are owned by Network Rail. Presiding Officer, I have been contacted by local action groups with regards to the possible reopening of the Dumfries to Stranraer line, and other groups are lobbying for the opening of Beatwick Station and even moving Stranraer Station to be closer to the town centre. Since the volume of traffic has increased on the A75 for the ferries from Cairnryan, it has caused much concern and people have justified frustration over the fact that the road is so busy now. So in conclusion, Presiding Officer, the possible reopening of the East-West line would allow those without cars to accessibly travel across the region. And I would like to stress to the people of the south of Scotland, who often say they feel forgotten, that I am not forgetting about them, and I will continue to lobby for our region's transport infrastructure to be improved in this Parliament. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms Harper. I call Rachel Hamilton to be followed by Claudia Beamish. Ms Hamilton, please.